From the top of the town at 715 Main Street in historic Deadwood, it's time for another episode of the DTC Blow and Smoke Podcast. Hello and welcome to episode number 51 of the DTC Blow and Smoke Podcast. I am your host, Candy Randy, and this one is all about the ladies. Well, one in particular will be joining us a little bit later. Marilyn, the 2022 Buffalo Chip poster model winner, will be sitting in and discussing all the fun stuff that went on when she went through the competition that we'll be holding here on the 30th, this coming Saturday night. Talk about her year reigning. I wonder if she got the wave down like they have to do with the Royals, that type of thing. Joining me today before we get with Marilyn is the kid, Jakin. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm getting my wave in.
Yeah, that looks spectacular.
Thank you.
Yes, and the only wave Ethan has is in his hair. Behind the board, mixing and mastering, it is the preacher. Good morning.
Yes.
Or afternoon, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. So, full disclosure, we're shooting this before... the day before the kid goes to Vegas. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, even though by the time it airs, he will be landing, unless he's in jail.
I hope not to be, but that flight back from Vegas is probably not going to be fun. It'll be the first time I'm hungover in 6 days. You just hair the dog to fight it off.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Are you guys like on Allegiant? Are you on the cheap flights, or did the boss spring for good stuff?
We're on Delta.
All right, that's not bad.
It's not terrible.
No.
I've never had a bad experience. I've never had a bad experience on a plane, I should say, because of the company.
How many times have you been on the plane?
15, if not more times.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're a seasoned traveler, so.
I went down to Indonesia one time. I've experienced the worst of the worst with flights.
Yeah, I suppose. All right. Well, we'll get some more stuff on the way. Talk about some music that's coming up. Talk about some new product coming in the humidor. Talk about pipes and a whole bunch of other stuff. But first, we're going to start where we're always starting the podcast with what are we smoking? And Jakin, what'd you choose for this one?
I chose a San Cristobal Revelation, kind of one of my staples for my smoking. Nice medium body Ecuadorian Sumatran. Got a nice little bit of cinnamon in there.
Very good. Ethan, what'd you go with?
Padron 3000 Maduro.
Talk about staples. That is absolutely one that is super popular.
Yep.
We have it in the humidor damn near all the time, unless some of our friends buy boxes and we have to quickly reorder. And I went with, we'll ask Marilyn about this in a little bit. I went with the Tatuaje Surrogates Tramp Stamp, strictly because of the name. She did send us some pictures, and Ethan's been advertising, of course, this podcast, and I was not able to garner from those images whether or not a tramp stamp exists, but we'll definitely make that.
I was kind of wondering where you were going to go with that. What exactly are you saying?
Well, the first question out of the gate, that's what that probably what it would be.
What do you think of tramp stamp?
No, if she has one.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
there it is.
Go from there. I mean, do you? I know the kid does.
No.
Are you tattoo-free?
I'm completely tattoo-free.
So
I've done enough artwork to know that a few years later, I was like, what was I thinking?
I had a guy come in the other day who showed me all the stick and pokes he did while he was drunk in college, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Don't get me near a tattoo gun. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Jakin, on the other hand, with his alabaster skin, how many do you have now?
Only 3, but I have a pretty big one.
Mm-hmm. Only 3.
Only.
Is that your back piece? You have the whole back done? No, just
the one that goes down my shoulder.
Very good.
You gotta pay extra to see it.
Wow, we've already seen it, but that's okay. We don't want to talk about that. It was one time, and that's it. And then also you have you share one with family members, right? Don't you all have one?
Yes, down at the dominant ankle. So dominant side, that ankle.
Thank God you finished with dominant ankle. He's like down at the. I'm like, what? No, we don't want to think about. So who in the family shares that? The whole family?
Just me, my older brother, and my dad. It's my great grandma's R that's on all of the fine china that was passed down. We tried to talk our mom into it, but her reasoning was, "What if I divorce your dad and I'm stuck with the family R, his family R?" And we were making a very good effort because her maiden name is Chester. We're like, you can just get it extended, and it's Chester.
Yeah, exactly. That would work out well.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You're going to get one in Vegas. Is that on the to-do list? No, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how good the art is.
I know a guy down there. I think he's still operating out of Vegas. Or he might be in LA. He probably has studios in both. Not Hollywood. Halloween tattoos. Sean is his name. Buffalo chip artist. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. I'll make a call for you. How about that?
Sounds good.
I'll get
Give me his info.
I will. I'll get you 150% upcharge.
Okay. I love paying for good work.
Good. So, kid leaves for Vegas, the PCA show. It used to be in July. Due to some family issues, I took Stash's place last year and went with Grimes. It was 115 degrees, even at 3 in the morning. The pool only felt great like at 6:30 in the morning.
Right.
And that was it. We had a nice little Airbnb. So, kid, we've talked a little bit about it. Top 3, top 5. What are you looking forward to on your first maiden voyage, cherry popped in Vegas?
Oh. Number 1 is the Sand Dollar. I keep talking about it, about how excited I am. Just a dingy little dive bar off the strip. Gonna be great. I'm gonna really enjoy that. I'm gonna do this as a combined one. We have a couple dinners with a couple different companies. Those are gonna be really exciting. Some stuff with Fabian Ziegler, some stuff with John Farragon.
Yep. And Fabian is with Aganorsa Leaf.
Yes,
and,
Aganorsa.
John Farragon will be up on podcast number 52. We'll visit with him about La Aurora. Okay, what else are you looking forward to?
And honestly, just experiencing the trade show and meeting people. Like, we're going to meet Pete Johnson of Tatawahe. We have a booked appointment with him. We're going to hang out with Christian and all of our friends over at Arroya. I'm just kind of excited to actually shake hands with some of these people I've met only over the phone.
Yep, it's an adventure. Ethan, how many PCAs have you gone to now?
I've never been to PCA.
Oh, really?
So I went to TPE, and that was enough, man. That was our 2-day deal where we then skated out to go and work on the Dragon.
Sure.
So, Randy, is Vegas a big blues town?
You know what? It's because it is the kind of party metro of at least the western half of the United States, probably the whole United States. They've got a little bit of everything. I know that Sand Dollar is a blues mecca.
So that's downtown.
There are two Sand Dollars.
Okay.
I don't remember the names or the neighborhoods, but the one we go to is the older one. It is in a 2-story kind of strip motel probably, and it's not in the not the best neighborhood on earth. You're safe there, but you wouldn't want to be wandering around alone at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, but there's some good to that, right? I mean, the old school blues club, you know. Where the cats play, man.
Well, and I was shocked because when we went there, their craft beer selection was out of this world. They only had like 8 or 10 taps, but man, it was great.
Yep.
And as luck would have it, we just looked at the schedule. When we were there last year in July, a guy named Alistair Green, blues guy with his 3-piece blues band, was playing, and he happens to also be playing the day you land. So if you guys go there the first night, you can see him again.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Bill was really liked him, and he was talking to him when he was setting up and sound checking. And he was like, "Hey, do you ever think about coming to Deadwood, South Dakota? If you ever get routed up around there, Minneapolis, Denver, Salt Lake, you want to drive through or something like that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, like band guys do. Oh yeah, if the money's right." And he goes, "Well, what are you thinking?" He goes, I probably couldn't do it for less than $1,000 a night." And Bill's like, "Okay, when do you want to come?" And it just shook him.
Right.
He's just like, I didn't think they had $1,000 in the middle of South Dakota. We don't, by the way, for all of the musicians who have played here. That is high for our regular Friday and Saturday entertainment. But it was nice to see someone interested about coming up here. So who knows? Put that bug in his ear, kid.
Okay, I'll let him know that the day we land that happens. That might change our plans because Thursday, Friday for us is very malleable right now. No hard and fast plans.
Malleable. Pulling out the dictionary and the thesaurus, the big words.
Pulling out those 2 years of a English minor.
Do you think if Stash were here, he would know what malleable is?
Yes, because it's related to metal.
Okay, that's true.
He's metal detecting right now.
Yes, that's why he couldn't join us on the podcast. And he said if he finds this rare gold coin, we won't ever see him again. So We'll see Stash tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so you're looking forward to dinners with some of the reps, looking forward to a little bit of music down at the Sand Dollar. Let's get to the what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas vein. Hookers and blow. What's your budget?
I got $25 for hookers and a winning smile for blow. So I'm probably not getting anything good. So
No, you should never do blow anyway, and you should definitely not do it for $25 in Vegas. Because it's not going to be baby laxatives like it used to be. It's going to be really bad stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff, the things going around. I'd only trust it from a guy I really knew, or if I was really drunk behind the Sand Dollar.
One or the other. All right, but a strip club, is it on the list? We did not go when I went.
So I have this pair of regulars who come in on Monday, and every Monday, when they found out I was going to Vegas, he said, "Hey, you should go to the Palomino Club."
Okay.
Palomino.
Without further explanation, Bill pulls it up, strip club, fully. Really ritzy, expensive strip club.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that might be a little bit too much in my price range. I might be more of a Fremont Street kind of
Do
strip
they have
club.
cigars, though? That'd be my question. Right?
There are some good places to smoke in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a new lounge that opened since the last time we were there, and I do not remember whether it was a Monte Cristo or a Fuente, but there was a big sponsored lounge that opened up. What's it called? Venue 8 or 8 Lounge. That's very near to the complex where the convention is, so that might be an option. There's also a little pizza place where they've got a pretty decent humidor, and you can get yourself a pizza and a smoke up there. Yeah, they had 64 Padrones. They had 26s up there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was, yeah.
Nice quality smokes.
Yeah, they're going to set you back $50, but hey, it's Vegas.
Yeah, it's Vegas.
Very good. All right, so you got strip club possibly. So don't go to the taco stand at 3 a.m. with Bill. That's a bad idea.
Okay, yeah, why?
Because he'll order tongue
Yeah.
tacos. Yeah, it did not go over well.
Did he even like it?
No, not at all. And he got talked into it. And then I have a little bit of Spanish background, so I understood enough. So I ordered the carnitas, and I'm like, that's safe. And he ordered the tongue because he was talked into it by our Uber driver, who I believe was also a working girl.
Good for her.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, because it was 3 a.m, and she said, well, I'll pick you guys up in the morning when we have to go back to the convention. So we got her number. And I'm going to get her in trouble. So she did a ride off the books, like driving us ride, not the other kind of ride. And then at the end of it, Bill's like, well, how do I pay for this? And she's like, well, do you have Cash App or Venmo? And this is my catering business.
Yeah.
Catering business.
Yep.
And so then he had to Venmo her some money for the ride rather than Uber. So there you go. All right.
Yeah.
So what else? I mean, it's Vegas, kid.
Yeah.
You've never been there, and you're old enough to enjoy all of it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm going into it with, it's going to be business. It's going to be business. I'm there for business. And then fun is a secondary thing I get to do.
Sure.
You know? So really, I'm just excited about the Sand Dollar. I'm not nervous, but tentatively excited about the Hogs and Heifers, the original Coyote Ugly.
Yep.
I just know the moment a bullhorn gets done in my face, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
And normally we go to that in the daytime, so it's not so crazy. But the bouncers there are the largest human beings you've ever seen in your life.
How much do I have to pay a bouncer for him to bridal carry me? Do you think? Genuinely, I need a number right now so I can budget for it.
$150.
$150?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And you'll have to tip the waitress at least $50 to get her to talk him into doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. I'll see if I can swing that.
Yeah. You go up to the bar in that place. Michelle Dell owns that, by the way. Hello, Michelle, a friend of mine from years ago in the Sturgis Rally community, and a few other people there. Just don't order a beer because they'll say, what kind of shot you want with that? And it's not really optional. You will get a shot with that, and you will enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, they will make fun of you. It's all it's all in good spirits, but yeah,
it's all in good fun.
It is a professional drinking establishment. They play great music too.
Okay.
And they do. It is what Coyote Ugly ripped off. It was the original one. It was in New York, the first one. This one's in Vegas. And they dance on the bar. They have these routines. And waitresses, cocktails, bartenders, smoking hot, super, super nice gals. So you'll have a good time.
I heard they weren't going to be wearing a lot, and I was like, my resolve might falter when it comes to shots then.
It's be early in the day. You can always pass out.
Good point.
Yeah. I heard a rumor that Shorty might be bunking with you too. Is that true?
Possibly. I think we're staying in an Airbnb, so Grimes is figuring that out and making sure it's all right that a service animal's there.
Sure.
So
That's not a very nice thing to call Shorty.
yeah, I know. Aries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Aries will be there as well. So I'm sad that you're going to be gone for a week. We have to pick up extra shifts. Ethan, it's going to be heavy with lifting.
Will it? Yeah.
So much work out there.
So much.
Kid does a lot.
Yep.
Good news is I don't have to sell any pipes.
Yep.
So you're going to be, from what I hear, you and Joe are going to pick out the pipes. What do you got your eye on down there? Anything new from Peterson, Savinelli, Rossi?
I'm interested to see what he'll show me.
Mm-hmm.
I of course want to bring in one of my all-time favorites. That's the Arclo Sandblasted. It's one of my favorites from Peterson. It's at a competitive price with a nice design. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get there and just whatever pipe speaks to me in the moment is kind of what half of it's gonna be.
That's the plan. What speaks to you?
Yeah. What calls out to me and when I'm like, that's neat, that's unique, someone will want that.
And the other half of that will be what we can sell to make money for the shop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect.
But I am bringing two of my pipes down for when we get to spend time with Mr. Joe.
Very good. And of course, selfishly, the most important stop you're going to make at the trade show is with ST DuPont. And so I'm ready for your FaceTime. So as soon as you know when that appointment is, you give me a heads up. And what's the story with that?
Working a year here, our reward for being with the company, kind of serving our time.
Not getting fired.
Exactly.
Yep.
And in some ways getting our own departments. Bill rewards us for our hard and good work by purchasing us an ST DuPont.
Yes, he also rewards us for our mediocre and sometimes hard work.
Do you have it picked out? You know which one you want?
No.
I do.
Yeah.
It's not in the budget.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going there, and whatever happens. Once again, my philosophy of pipes: whatever speaks to me in the moment, is what I'm going to be stuck with forever.
So hot pink with a flamingo on it, something like that.
I can't risk pink because D will steal it.
Oh, there you go. That's true. That's Diana, the shipping biatch.
There's just so many options. There's so many good ways to go. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go wrong.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think there's no bad decision with a DuPont.
And if you're unfamiliar with the DuPonts, those are kind of like the Rolex of lighters. There's a line called the Perfect Ping, which is what we get, and you open it up. It's got a ping sound that everyone knows. It's kind of a way to show off as well. It's a very expensive and very nice, high-quality lighter. We have 3 or 4 left on the shelf here, and they retail for somewhere between $1,200 and $1,700.
Yeah.
So it's very, very nice 1-year anniversary gift.
Randy, I don't know if you've checked it out, but if you go down the line of our Perfect Pings, so like the like nearly matte black with the silver finish ping is a different key than the like rose gold and blue.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine is tuned to a perfect G.
On purpose? Did you pick it for the G or for the look?
No, we put it up to a little tuning fork and like the perfect G. And mine is palladium. So I mean, these Jewish French artisans, they just make beauty. I mean, it's exquisite.
It's a work of art.
Yeah.
They've got one that we were there last year was carbon fiber and rose gold.
You have to get the little leather case with the little French flag on it.
Yeah,
So
it's an extra $200, but it's well worth it.
Yep.
If you're going to spend that for a lighter, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Bill's going to buy it for you, you might as well get that too.
yep. And when I do finally get it here, I'm going to smoke one cigar, probably something like a Padron 85th or something like that, and then I'm going to immediately put it back in the holder and take it home.
I thought you were going to say
I
you're
made
going
the
to throw it on the
mistake
dash.
of bringing that to work one time. This is at the old shop,
Yep.
right? It was a Friday night, and this lady, she buys a pack of American Spirits. She wanted to light it up, so I pull out the DuPont, bling, light it up, and she reached out to grab it, and I said, no, I've got it. And the guy she was with goes, yeah, it's probably a $70 lighter. And this is so much fun for me. I go, try $1,200, right? I mean, just because I wanted to be that guy, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. So I've been informed that especially if I'm traveling and had a couple of delicious beverages, I am not allowed to take it out to cigar shops. No. You leave that sitting around, it's gone. So anyway, so there's that's with our friends at ST DuPont. So we're looking forward to that. And of course, everyone who's been on the podcast over the last 6 or 7 months will be there. Nick from Foundation will be there. Of course, Christian, you mentioned earlier. A couple of our brokers, Todd will be there, Miguel from Crown Heads. One of the things that is kind of the humidor has been a little bit on the small side lately because they moved the show. It used to be in July, and so now it's a big buying show. So we will be stocked up as we should be in the following few days and weeks after the trade show. So we're looking forward to that as well. Plus a whole bunch of new cigars. They come out with PCA exclusives every year. Of course, we will continue to have the Asylum 867s. There is also one called, do they call it Cool Brew or Cold Brew?
I think Cold Brew.
Cold Brew, yeah. So it is a wonderful aromatic coffee essence cigar from Asylum CLE as well. So we'll be looking forward to all of that. And then Buffalo Chip, kid.
Buffalo Chip.
What's the last show you saw at the Buffalo Chip?
This last summer during the rally, I saw Def Leppard with my dad, my godfather, and his wife. I smoked a cigar out there. I asked my dad to bring me one of my VSG Sorcerers.
Very nice.
And he grabbed the wrong cigar and grabbed me an ESG. So I smoked an ESG at the Buffalo Chip, and it's just as delicious there as it is in here, let me tell you.
With all the motorcycle fumes and the dirt and the noise, and
it just elevated it.
Went with the diesel fuel perfectly.
Absolutely perfect.
Whatever.
This year they've got a stellar lineup. I'm sure there are more bands to be announced. Jelly Roll is the big headliner. They did a contest, and they asked their patrons, hey, who's the number one artist you want to see? And Jelly Roll is top of the list, and they got him booked, so that'll be a great show. I'm sure Marilyn will go over some more details about what we can expect out at the Buffalo Chip, and she will be joining us in just a couple of minutes talking about the poster model search. We're hosting the preliminaries, one of them here at Deadwood Tobacco, 715 Main Street on the 30th. That's this coming Saturday. Sign-ups start at 8 o'clock with your favorite DJ, Mr. Fireball from X-Rock 1011, 1035. He'll be on stage. It's real simple. Here's the nuts and the bolts of it. You wear something that you are comfortable in. We're not having people up there in their bikinis or anything like that. That comes later. Our theme that Bill chose is biker wear. So that leaves it pretty much wide open. I mean, you could have any type of way to go with the biker wear. If you dress in theme, you get some extra points from the judges. You get up on stage, any lady is eligible, and all you have to do is answer a couple of quick questions with Fireball up there. And just for getting up there and doing that, you get your choice of one ticket to any night at the Buffalo Chip. So it's a wonderful thing, and then the prizes get better and better. If you're a semifinalist, a finalist, grand prize is over $16,000, including $8,000 in cash, modeling contract with the Buffalo Chip, and of course all the activities that go on.
And how does it get judged?
The judges are very good. Paul, yeah, I knew you'd be watching. Not you. Not you, Paul. No.
Sorry, man.
No. And actually nobody affiliated with the venues as well. The judges are consistent, and they are from the Buffalo Chip, of course, and the sponsors. Twisted Tea is your beverage sponsor, so we'll have a bunch of Twisted Tea as well. To keep it consistent and no improprieties, we are not going to be participating in the judges. So if someone like Stash or Grimes says, hey, I'll be your judge, they're telling you falsehoods.
Yep.
It's not true.
Yep.
Not true. Marilyn will fill us in on all of that coming up. Kid, last words before we move on? If you don't come back from Vegas, it was nice knowing you.
It was wonderful knowing you guys if I don't come back from Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to go down there and take a job with Pete Johnson or anything. Become or Crux is looking for a rep. Don't take that job yet.
I didn't know Crux was looking for a rep.
Oh, they've been advertising it on their socials. There you go. Southwest even. Hope you like Albuquerque and Santa Fe.
I mean, it's warm.
That is true.
So when would I have to put in my 2 weeks? I'm kidding. I love it here.
All right. Enjoy Vegas. We look forward to your report when you come back. We'll get that on the next podcast. Coming up in just a few moments, Marilyn, the 2022 Buffalo Chip Poster Model winner, to talk about all the fun stuff that goes on with the contest and her year at the helm. That'll be coming up right after this. Hello and welcome back to episode number 51 of the Deadwood Tobacco Company Blow and Smoke podcast. If you haven't noticed, the dais up here got much, much better looking, with the exclusion of Stash.
Oh, come on. I thought that's what it was for.
It was. We have to have balance.
Yeah.
Don't you understand?
Yeah, ugly, and very pretty.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, got it.
And no comment on the preacher in the back.
Now we leave. He's in the back.
We sent the kid off to Vegas. He is enjoying the trade show. We'll have a report about what he sees.
He's going to be found in a gutter.
Probably. We told him no cocaine. That was one of the very first lessons. Yeah, not in Vegas.
No.
You have to get that from a trusted source,
Yeah.
like the guy who mows your lawn. Or not. Welcome, everyone. Stash is joining, of course. Ethan's still behind the board mixing and mastering. And our guest for the second segment of today's podcast is Marilyn. Welcome, Marilyn.
Hello, Randy. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for spending some of your day off with us and driving all the way up to Deadwood.
Of course. It's my pleasure.
Perfect. And what we're going to talk about, among other things, is as we have scheduled on the 30th, that's this coming Saturday night, sign up start at 8 o'clock for the Buffalo Chip Poster Model Contest 2024 edition.
Looking forward to that.
Are you actually you're going to work that night, Stash?
I might not work. I might be here.
Just come hang out?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
There you go.
And the reason we asked Marilyn to come and join us is that she was the poster model a couple of years ago in 2022, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. So welcome. And we've already done our normal segment of What Are We Smoking? But as you had asked, let's show her how to light the cigar, Stash.
What am I smoking again? Let's see.
You are smoking the Asylum 867 Auntie Petite Corona.
Ooh.
Crisp
So
apple, pear,
fancy.
apricot.
Little brandy
Little
back on
brandy back on it. So I'm going
Okay.
to borrow
Don't
your
you,
cigar real quick here.
Yeah. Don't you rotate it?
Now
while
we're
you light
toasting it. Well, I'm not by doing
Ooh.
anything. Come on.
So what is toasting, Stash?
So toasting, basically, you're just preheating that thing. Not putting a lot of heat on it, but just getting a little bit. So when you go to pull on it or suck on it or whatever word you want to use,
We like
will,
this,
yeah. So there we go. So we got you nice and started. So now pull in. You do not inhale. We're going to finish you off.
And then
Couple
Puff,
times.
puff.
There we go. I think we got you. Oh, yeah. We got you going.
That's smooth.
there you go. Nice.
Easy going stick.
So probably not the first cigar you've ever smoked, but not regular, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you do have one, do you just go for something a little bit sweeter, flavored, lighter, or just whatever the mood strikes?
Yeah, really, whatever the mood strikes. I definitely go for. I've gone for like the classic cherry before, even coffee, chocolate ones. But
Oh, there you
know,
go.
I like these.
I think that'll pair nicely with your Ace Pear Cider.
There you
Yes,
go.
It's lovely. Thank you.
Stash, what did you choose to drink?
I have a Shiner Black
Very good.
today.
And I went with the keto
Glass of water.
Yeah.
Mick Ultra. Got to slim down before I get too old.
You know, they say American beer is a lot like making love in a canoe because it's fucking close to water.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes perfect sense.
It does.
And Ethan, I know what you're drinking. Tell the folks anyway.
I'm drinking a Shiner Light Blonde because I got to go to Hawaii. You know.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Got to get the beach body ready.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever that means. I'm not sure.
You will get there.
I'm just working on the beer belly.
Yep. And you're doing quite well, I might add. Congratulations.
Trying to get that out there a little bit more. It's not quite there.
So, Marilyn, let's talk a little bit about, we got a few things to cover, but let's go back to 2022, the year that you won the poster model contest, and just tell us what made you decide to want to enter and where did you enter at?
Ooh, gosh, I entered at the park. Or no, sorry, I lied. The Iron Phoenix, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
The old Iron Phoenix.
The one in Spearfish or the one in Rapid?
No, and the one in Rapid.
Okay.
And it's now at Miss B's Beer Garden.
Oh, sure.
But
Yep.
yeah. I entered there, and I really just decided to give it another shot again because I really thought, I felt good about it, and all my friends have done it, and I've just said, hey, I think it's my year. So, and it turned out I was right.
There you go.
Very good. And that wasn't the first time you had entered, right? You had done it a few years prior?
Right, like almost 8 or 9 years prior, when I was like 22, and I just started kind of getting into flaunt and the modeling scene and figuring myself out. I hadn't quite figured my look out yet, I guess you could say. Very much more innocent back then, but I still had fun back then. I made it all the way to the finals, but in the end, Ruby won, which she was great, but now I was glad that I had my time. So.
Very good. Yeah. And you mentioned Ruby, and M was the winner last year.
Yeah.
Would you probably Emma, I'm assuming, is maybe, or is her name just M?
I think it's Emily.
Emma.
Yeah.
Well, see,
but
that would make
she
sense.
just goes by Empowered.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
great.
perfect.
She's great. Yes.
So would you put to bed the rumor that a whole bunch of attractive, successful women can't get along? You guys are pretty much a family, right? All these poster model winners over the years. Do you hang out, socialize?
Absolutely, I would say so. And it really is a big old chip fam, even among the poster models and the international bikini team. And it's just been a real blessing.
Those are the ones that wash the bikes?
Yep.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, I see them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Now you got Stash's interest. You're gonna go get it dirty just in time.
Yeah, Art will kill me. I can't get it dirty.
Nice.
I'll just have him polish it.
So when you entered the first time a few years back, tell us about the DJ running the contest.
The handsome and debonair one.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Your Venmo is on the way.
Don't make his head any bigger.
That would have been me a decade plus ago.
Yes.
And now it's wonderful Fireball, a good friend of ours from X-Rock. Kevin Morgan doesn't get up there and do too much, but I'm sure he'll hang out as well. So on the Saturday, when the ladies are here, just kind of tell them what to expect so that they're not so nervous. First of all, I'll get the big one out of the way. You don't have to come wearing something skimpy. You don't have to.
Not.
Just
No.
wear. Our theme is biker gear, which is very easy. But what else can they expect?
Well, just kind of try to be at your best. Be at your best, and what I mean by that is look good, feel good. Bring a positive attitude, and I really think that's going to stand out to the judges, honestly, every time. And just interacting with everyone and having fun, and but don't get too caught up in the whole process either. Really, just kind of have to kind of go with the flow.
Sure. And it's simple. I mean, for example, can you share with the people what Fireball might ask them? A couple of questions, right? Nothing hard?
Yeah, just maybe where you're from or your favorite music, or he always has these out of the water questions. maybe a hypothetical situation. Just
Are you
kind
hoping for world peace?
Of, yeah.
I'm guessing we're not going to go that deep.
I would hope not.
Oh no, but no, I think it's still a fun process. You just kind of get up there, and and I wouldn't get too caught up in the contest thing of it. I wouldn't get too competitive with the other girls, just because your biggest competition is yourself first and foremost. So. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and I would imagine that the judges are probably watching you from the time you come into the venue. They're not just waiting for you to get on stage if you have an attitude or if you're catty or rude or something like that. I'm guessing that's not going to be scored too well.
Right, yeah. You want to you want to show up, at your best, and and be open to everyone, and just kind of talk to everyone and get to know everyone, because it really is all about being that friendly face that the people can recognize, that they're like, oh, you're the poster model. Of course you are. Because if you're going to be like shy or in the corner, that's not really going to stand out or do you any good in the long run. So it really is, you got to put your best foot out there.
That means I don't have to kick anybody out.
No,
Right.
no, you'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Yeah.
and part of it is, of course, everyone who wins the poster model contest is an attractive woman, but there's a much more than that. It's a lot about interacting with the patrons at the chip, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And really, it's getting to live the entire experience while you're up there, Whether you're just kind of randomly going to events or signing posters on the back of a bike, it's...
That was one of my questions. How much do you run around during that
it's
time?
Constant.
Yeah.
Constant. But everyone's really nice. Everyone's super nice and accommodating.
Good.
And you really don't run into too much trouble, except the trouble you make for yourself.
There have been
On your own,
There have been a few of those I've witnessed over the years,
Yeah.
Stash.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's the rally.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
No, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, Yep, absolutely. So speaking of experiences, can you tell us? Obviously, there's a lot of live music at the Buffalo Chip every single night. What are some of the favorite bands you got to see while you were on the throne for your year?
Oh my goodness. Absolutely, my favorite was Rob Zombie.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and his guitar player personally handed me his pick in VIP, and I about died.
Did it
I
have-
was like, oh my god,
Did it
I'm
have
not
his
worthy.
phone number on the back?
I wish he can do a guitar solo with his tongue. So just saying, that would have been a good number to catch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Put that in your resume.
Yes.
Yeah, guitar player for Rob Zombie and other assorted talents.
Yes.
So other than was that John 5 at the time? Was he playing with him? I think it probably was.
Yeah.
So other than him, what was been your nicest celebrity that you met while you were out there?
Well, everyone in, I guess, the rally goers themselves are kind of their own celebrities if you think about it. But you don't really get to meet any of the bands, really. I did get to meet Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Mr. Hercules himself.
Right?
I tried to do the Xena call.
Didn't work so well.
I think he laughed a little bit.
There you go.
Very good. He must have been there for the Legends ride, I would assume, and hanging out. And,
Right. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
very good.
Yeah, but other than that, you don't really get to meet a lot of any bands because they're just really busy and they're kind of in there day in, day out, and then boom, and you're all running around anyway. So you don't really get to meet.
And it is work. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun job, I would imagine. But you're actually there to represent the chip and to make a good impression with all the visitors and that type of thing.
Absolutely.
So if someone were interested in getting into this, thinking, "Oh, I'm just going to go, do rails in the back of the bus," that's not what happens, right?
Absolutely not. No, and the photo shoot itself is a pretty intense ordeal. It's like a full day, or sometimes it can be multiple sessions, but in multiple outfits. You have to be prepared, show up prepared, everything, the nines.
Yes. Yep.
That's what it takes, honestly.
And obviously this year,
Makes
I think
sense.
they're advertising a $16,000 prize. So there is a very nice incentive for ladies this year.
that.
Obviously, like we said, it's a job, but you fared pretty well, didn't you, for your week and a half, 10 days at the chip?
Yeah, my prize money was,
and enough to have fun with?
oh yeah, yeah. And it helped me stay up there for the whole thing as well.
Sure.
So yeah, it was good, but really, you can't put a price on those type of experiences. It doesn't really matter how much money you win. It's about, the prize itself is the title and the honor of being the face of the Buffalo Chip for that year. And what more can you ask for?
Sure.
Very true.
Ethan, you have anything? You're just looking?
During the course of the rest of the year, do you have any responsibilities? Like if you win,
Right.
or is it really just
Well, it's
week and a
mostly
half.
the
Yeah,
rally.
that's
There's
it.
there's
Right.
some like promos,
Right.
Yeah.
I believe, and yeah, there's some opportunities to go to other events, I believe, but no, it's mainly that time
Just
in
the
August.
And
you
if you're
know?
a winner, are you looking to use that to springboard into more modeling, more shoots, stuff like that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The international bikini team accepts you onto their team pretty much automatically.
And if that happens and you're on tour for a year, something like that, seasonal?
Yeah, and there's plenty of opportunities, but
Gotcha.
it's really about how you promote yourself
Yep.
and how you get yourself out there, via social media, word of mouth even. So, but
Yep.
yeah, I think it's been a great adventure all this time.
Well, and it's all been, when I spent my time out there in my previous life in radio, it's a lot of fun, but not everybody is super nice. So
Well, yeah.
who do you want to throw under the bus? Tell me a douchebag story, because you got to have a few of them.
Got it.
Yeah. You can say the name if you want to, but
Oh gosh, let me try to think.
There's always somebody
There's-
that's gonna piss you off.
You could be the ripest, juiciest peach on the block, and you'll find someone that doesn't like peaches. You know?
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, you'll have a few of those or critiques on. Well, especially online. That's where you're probably going to find the
yeah,
most
yeah.
hate. But I wouldn't. Honestly, the best thing you can do, let it roll off your back.
Yeah.
Because even hate comments get attention, get you views.
Very true.
yep.
Yep.
Can you give us the worst hate critique you got online?
Oh goodness.
Don't read the comments, Ethan. Don't read the comments.
Read the comments. I'm all about reading comments.
Well, just saying things like, I don't look like I have ever gone to school, or
one
just
of those.
critiquing my,
Yeah.
even though I have a bachelor's degree.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm out of here. I don't even have that.
They just say I look dumb or out of touch, or some people will comment on your body, or
Yeah.
Right.
or whatever. They'll pick you apart.
Totally.
Be ready for that. But again, like I said, let it roll off your back.
So how you roll it off your back is you picture some nerd in a basement going,
Yeah. 300 pounds. Ma, the meatloaf.
Right? Keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's what they do, yeah.
You had mentioned the international bikini team. Can you tell people the difference between the Buffalo Chip poster model and the Miss Buffalo Chip?
Right, yeah. So the poster model is different than Miss Buffalo Chip. So when you're Miss Buffalo Chip, you're competing exclusively on the bikini team, and that happens after the poster model.
okay.
Or, it could be before, whether you're on it or not, the bikini team, but you have to be on the bikini team. And those are the girls that walk on the stage before the bands, get the people riled up, or after. And when you're poster model, it's you, your face, and you're not necessarily on like big billboards throughout town, but you have a couple
Sure.
small ones, or you're printed on their newspaper, or just any kind of posters. Your posters, obviously, that's a huge thing to get your face out there. But yeah, I've gotten that question
Yeah.
many times. Are you Miss Buffalo Chip? No.
No.
Right.
Different contest, and that goes
Right.
normally between the 3 bands a night, sometimes more at the Chip. It goes between the bands, and they are judged, and they have different outfits and themes and things like that. And as Stash said, they also participate as bartenders and bike wash people and things like that, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Ooh, I think, okay, should I try to, I got to relight.
More spark.
Yeah. Ooh, listen to that noise. Sounds like a small jet aircraft taking off. I think we got you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Later.
Yeah. So obviously, it's been a couple of years. So what's a day like for you? What's your day job? What do you do for fun? Tell us a little bit about outside of the Buffalo Chip. What's Marilyn into?
Right. Well, right now I'm having this wonderful job being a bikini barista at this little shack called Perky Cups in Rapid Valley, and I basically just get to reuse all my outfits from day to day.
Perky cups.
It's perfect.
Sounds like I need some coffee.
Which is
sometime.
convenient.
So do you have a separate budget just for outfits?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're talking
Total tax write-off too,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mostly own bikinis, lingerie sets, outfit sets, performing set, dancer sets, whatever. So yeah, a lot of that, and especially like fishnets and all
I'm
that.
just glad I don't see your closet. It's gotta be-
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic.
That's pretty.
Do you want us to take some notes and get Consuela to go get some stuff for you?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that'd be great.
There you go.
Consuela's the shipping biatch here at DTC, who's also my wife. So
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's probably
she'll know your
blowing my
size.
phone up.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. If Marilyn is available to come to the contest on Saturday, maybe she can bring some outfits for Consuela.
There you go.
Ooh.
Tony's gonna have a good night.
Yes.
There you go.
Might get lucky.
So then, Perky Cups. Did you said it's in Rapid Valley? Yep.
Yes, when you're on your way to the airport. Yes.
Very good. So you can get coffee coming and going to your flight, and
You better, because there ain't shit else in the airport.
Yeah, no kidding.
Throwing that out there.
Right.
and then what else are you involved in? What do you do for other activities?
Well, I've been performing professional aerial silks and fire and dance and burlesque for over 10 years. So it's been a wild ride. And our next show is coming up here in Kansas City on June 15th. So if anyone's out there, maybe I'll go.
So all you Kansas City cigar smokers
Look
that are
up.
watching us might want to look into that a little bit.
Look at T Swift's boyfriend.
There you go.
Yeah, he's probably at her mansion in L.A.
Right?
Yeah.
Which mansion?
Yeah, exactly. What do you think about that whole thing?
I think it's sweet.
Okay.
I think it's genuine. I really am rooting for her. She seems genuinely happy. I don't necessarily listen to her music, but she's beautiful and she's successful and she deserves all the happiness in the world. She's a hardworking woman. Why not?
Yeah, and he hit the lottery in many, many ways.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Not that he wasn't
Multiple.
incredibly successful in his own right, but hey, that's a
Yeah.
power couple.
Yeah.
And I agree. Not a fan of her music. Couldn't name a song.
Yeah.
And given that Rob Zombie was your most memorable concert, I'm guessing
Yeah.
Not down the
Not
same
really.
genre.
No.
maybe your tastes run a little bit to the other side of the tracks
Oh,
on
yeah.
that.
Yep, I'm definitely more of a hard rock, classic rock kind of gal.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Ethan, do you have anything else?
I don't. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate your time.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah.
Good.
Stash?
No, I'm actually speechless for once.
Can't have your tongue?
Yes,
At least for now, anyway.
at the moment.
So make sure you come on by this weekend. So it's Saturday night, and the sign up started at 8 o'clock. The contest will start soon after that. What has to happen is we have to get enough ladies who are interested. Oh, and we didn't even say, just for getting up there and answering Fireball's questions, you get a free pass to the Buffalo Chip for any show you want to see.
Yes.
I mean, there's Aaron Lewis, Kid Rock, Jelly Roll, Hinder, a whole bunch more, probably more still to be announced, and you can go absolutely free.
Shit, I gotta switch over and drink Ultra now so I can fit into my bikini.
No. I saw the post. Fireball says absolutely no men, and if you make a joke about it being 2024 and how you identify, he will.
I didn't identify as anything. I just said I gotta fit in a bikini. I didn't say
That's
I was
true.
gonna identify as
well, there
anything.
is the Hot Hunks contest. You
Yeah.
can wait. You can
Yeah.
wait for that.
There you go.
Yeah, I
There
better
you go,
start doing
Stash.
some sit-ups again. Right now it looks like a doughboy, so we're going into that one.
That's
Anyway,
right. You've earned it.
yeah.
So Saturday night, 8 o'clock sign up start. Contest starts soon after that. The Flanstones will be on stage Friday and Saturday. So make sure you come and hang out. Twisted Tea is the sponsor. We'll have plenty of Twisted Tea available as well.
Yeah.
Check out all the stuff online, deadwoodtobacco.com, at Deadwood Tobacco on all of the social media. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share on YouTube. We're this close. We are this close from 1,000
the
subscribers.
damn button. It's
So-
not that hard.
So then we can go live and we can start monetizing. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to get our 20 cents that
I have
back,
to follow
you know.
you right now.
Yeah, because I mean the only other option is for Stash to launch his OnlyFans, which I don't think
It's gonna be
anybody wants to see that.
No, that would be bad.
You could do it.
I'm
Yes.
I'm
probably
sure
could.
there's a market for retired Navy. Gotta be. There's something for
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Look at the sailor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Well, look for that coming
So
soon.
dashing.
Now we have our next promo, Stash's OnlyFans.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, Marilyn,
Stash ride.
anything else you'd like to share before we head on out?
Well, I just want to say thank you to you guys personally for inviting me on here. I've had such a great time.
Good.
And I cannot wait to see who the next winner is going to be. Woo.
I know.
Absolutely. And go to xrock.fm for all the details about all the rest of the contests, or you can figure out where the semifinals are, the finals, that type of thing. And if any lovely ladies would care to come down here on Saturday night, we would certainly appreciate it. We'll walk you through the whole thing. Real easy, real simple, and it's a ton of fun. So we'll see you Saturday, 8 o'clock, Buffalo Chip Poster Model Prelim at the venue at 715 Main Street inside Deadwood Tobacco Company. For the kid from earlier, Stash, of course, Ethan behind the board. My name is iCandy Randy. That is Marilyn. Thanks very much for joining us, and we will see you next time.